And we're back for the 5th hour of the Golden Frame. The picture is starting to come together. And where would you guys like to go next? As I recall, Oh, yeah, go ahead.
Yeah, I would at least like to speak to Alana.
Seems like it might be important.
Yes, I think. I think that's quite important. Yeah. So I'm also down to speak with Alana.
Sure, sounds good.
Yes. Shall we all go there, or?
Might as well.
Might as well. Anyway.
Yeah.
So after you've conferred amongst yourselves and had a bit of tea to settle your nerves, and Sir Travis Scott has cleaned up his clothing a little bit. Chax, do you bother cleaning your clothing at all? Whoa. Someone's buzzing. Oh, cool. Thank you. Go on.
I'm going to say probably... I dust myself off.
Okay.
But I don't... Yeah.
So you get rid of the branches, but not the twigs.
Yeah. Yeah, pretty much.
All right. So you go looking for Alana and find her in a bit of a scene. Falcon and Lynn are speaking, and Alana is hovering behind them, looking somewhat uncomfortable. But yeah, so Lynn is saying, "If you expect me to regard you seriously after this, you are very much mistaken, my dear Sir Falcon. No, the painting will be back any moment. I guarantee it. It's not a problem. It's just going to be... Mr. Falcon Walls, you have recruited your friend's aide to try to find this painting, and they have done nothing but turn this place into a circus. They're harassing the people. One of them crashed through the hedge maze, and I have no idea what they were getting up to in that shed. I'm afraid my organization has no need of your services. But I hope and I wish you the best of luck with the recovery of this painting. It is quite an important cultural piece." "No, Miss Lynn, Miss Eisler, come on. There's got to be a way to..." And she's already turning and leaving, Ilana in tow. "Blast it all!"
Wait, can we catch them?
Oh yeah. You can talk to whoever you want. It's just they're done talking to each other.
Do I know anything about this Alana herself?
I'm pretty sure you made a education check before, and all you knew was that she came in. Oh, and you also talked to Irvin about her. She came in with Lynn. They are somehow connected.
That wasn't me, but I do know this, I guess.
Well, I mean, someone did. But yeah, remember all those personal agendas I was talking about? Yeah, that's what happens when one of them completes.
Okay.
So yeah, during the adventures, I was noting for stuff you guys did that would make Falcon look bad. And checks you'd failed. That
I don't think we tried to avoid that.
Yeah, you weren't making a great effort at making me look good, so Jack never went down. But you did a great job at making him look like an ass.
I mean, he dared call me a friend in his invitation.
So yeah, I'm just going to put those crosses so you guys can see them.
Oh shit!
So
it's a couple of crosses right there.
Whoops.
So yeah, sadly,
but we'll get the painting back and it'll be fine.
Yeah, sadly, Falcon's kind of struck out, but well, these things happen.
He's an ass with a fantastic hedge maze.
I know, right? Have you seen his tiger lily collection? It's out of this world.
I have.
Oh, you should go check it out.
I have not, but I'm sure that Dr. Scott appreciates it.
He might go back for another look later, who knows. Anyway, so...
It's very useful for recovering myself and getting more insight into the matter.
Important.
Important.
So, would you like to go after Lynn/Alana, or you want to talk to Falcon?
We've made him suffer enough.
Yeah.
So yes, let's go talk to Lynn/Alana.
Yeah, the look,
Make him look
the look
worse.
he gives you as you pass him implies that he doesn't really want to talk to you, so this might be a better choice at all. Anyway, so you hurry after Lynn and she says, these so-called investigators, I presume. How can I help you?
Well,
Go ahead.
we'd like to know more about the painting itself.
The painting itself. Very well. What is it you want to know? It came from my country. It is famous. It is invaluable. It's been missing for years. And now it found itself, however briefly, in the possession of this nincompoop.
Sorry.
As you were.
And
I'm trying to get my thoughts together.
and
Whoever has it now,
yes.
I'm sure it's in a better...
So, what is the better place? Interesting.
I do have
Would
one
rather-
question, Miss Lynn.
rather it
How do you
be-
spell nincompoop?
Sorry, what was the question?
You would rather the art be in the hands of a thief than in the hands of a so-called nincompoop, as you would.
I would have it in the hands of someone who appreciated its value. Yes.
Interesting. And Miss Alana,
Oh, yes?
do you have any
Sorry, you cut out there. One more time.
any relation to the artist?
Oh, well, technically, yes. She's, well, my sister, sort of. You see, I never met her, but, well, after she died, our father adopted me. So, I guess the answer to your question is yes?
And what brings you to this this unveiling then?
What do you think?
Well, I mean, you are a painter in your own right, so there could be a professional, a family curiosity. There's plenty of reasons to come.
Well, yes. I mean, this is the lost masterpiece of my sister. Of course I wanted to see it. She would not stop hounding me about it. Eventually I agreed. But, I mean, she at least knows the piece. She'll be able to tell me if this Falcon had produced a genuine article, or if this was another one of his ploys to make himself look good.
He's done this kind of thing before?
Falcon? Well, I've not
Yes.
heard of the man much before, but anyone I'm considering doing business with, of course, I'll look into them. Falcon... I suppose my mind is made up on him now, is it not? No, before today, I thought he might have been useful. He might have been an asset at the embassy, but... No. A man who cannot keep his house in order, how can I expect him to help me?
That's fair.
Interesting.
Perhaps one of my other suitors will have more luck.
And are any of your other suitors on the premises today?
I think they all came out to play tonight. The moment I leave the embassy, it seems they all hound me incessantly. No. Yes, I've had quite a few people approaching me about the position at the embassy. She rattles off several names for you, and among them are the names Marsh Longhurst and Elroy Clarkson. Each of them think it will be a simple position, a vanity placement, a title, with a great deal of wealth and not a lot of work attached. Well, I shall rid them of these notions soon enough. But no, I need someone who is willing to work, thinking it will be easy. I need someone who can commit, who does not see this as a... They wouldn't use the term free ride at this time, but she uses the equivalent of the term free ride. A free meal, let's say that.
And what position was available at the embassy?
Technically, it is a cultural attaché, I believe the expression is. Someone to liaise with England and her peers. The embassy is still young, you understand, and we need as many links to the local populace as we can. Now, we have our diplomats, we have our ambassadors, of course, but we still need someone who is linked and plugged in. They wouldn't use the word plugged in. She uses the equivalent of the word plugged in. To the cultural scene of England.
Someone who is of the people.
Someone who understands the people. Someone who can work with us to work with them. The ones who actually influence the direction the country goes. I need more than a puppet. I need someone who can help me. And clearly, Lord Walls is not the man for the job.
We are never getting invited back to this guy's house.
It's unlikely.
I think we've already seen everything that he has to offer anyway.
Oh, could be.
Well, I think Green and Mustard might still have a chance.
Yeah, all I did was convince a police inspector to break into his garden shed.
I'm fine. I'm just partying. I'm having a normal tea party.
Alright, so you guys have got a bit more evidence to work with.
Miss
There you go.
Miss Lynn, could you yes, forgot my voice for a moment.
Ambassador Eisler.
Madam Ambassador, my
Yes.
apologies. I'm just a simple Bobby, ma'am. I don't know my pleasantries very well.
I understand.
Do you know how Mr. Falcon came into possession of this art piece?
Does it really matter? It has left his possession now, it seems.
Well,
I assume he
every piece of
acquired it through similar means.
That do you know that you acquired it through similar means, or are you assuming he made it through similar means? Every piece of information is important.
Important to whom?
To myself in this investigation.
To whom it might concern.
Yes. And explain to me, dear Constable, how that matters to me.
Well, this is, as you have noted, a very important cultural art piece. I would assume you would want your nation's culture displayed in a prominent position. No?
She looks at you for a long moment and says, if you can make sure that I gain this painting, that this returns to its native soil, I will help you in your investigation, whatever you need.
Now, I don't want to sound presumptuous, Miss Ambassador, but how useful do you think you are for the investigation that is at hand?
She slowly, like a glacier, raises one eyebrow.
I'm asking for I am a man of science. I don't know how many times I need to say this. But, equal exchange needs to be equal, after all. And what you're asking for is the great British country to release such an artifact.
I have the...
If it's even the real deal.
It could also not be the real deal.
I have the ear of the Queen herself. Judge for yourself how useful I can be to your investigation.
The ear of the Queen herself. I didn't know she put her own ear off.
Should I wish it? Alright, we don't let one fly. Should I wish it, I could walk away with this painting. I am extending you my aid as a courtesy. You can take it or leave it.
Wouldn't you have to know where the painting is in order to walk away with it?
Turned up once. I'm a patient woman. I'm sure whoever has it now will be more than willing to sell it.
In the back of his Ohar Tax's mind, he's thinking, a woman of your age can't wait very long. He doesn't say it. That's just what's going on in the back of his mind.
Right on.
Now, can she see his expression?
See. If we did get this painting back to its native soil, would you reconsider Mr. Walls for the position of cultural attaché?
She looks between you, and then turns to Beth and says, "Do you believe you're a woman of business? Do you believe that Falcon Walls has anything he can offer me?"
I'm not entirely sure. I feel like the position would benefit him more than it might you. But if the painting is the real deal, and we can find it, I'd say that would be of rather massive benefit to you.
You speak true. Let us say this. If you find the painting and Lord Walls is willing to surrender it to me, then we shall see about his position.
Very good.
That seems like as much as could be asked. Probably more than.
I want to ask some more stuff from Alana.
Sure. So, very well. I have people to speak to. Alana, I shall see you shortly. Oh, of course. So yes, if you're nothing further with Lynn, she's got people to talk to. But Alana will stay and talk to you. What can I do to help?
Well, Alana, sweetie, I heard that you got a rabbit today.
I did. I mean, I didn't win, but...
Well, that's not the important part. And I also hear you're a painter, so you're a woman of many talents.
Yes, well, my childhood was it was an odd one. My father would let me play in the forest nearby, so that was not the first animal I've hunted.
Was your sister also a hunter?
Oh, no. From what I heard, Yvonne, well, she was never in very good health. She often barely had the strength to leave the house, much less hunt something.
Oh dear.
No, often she went out, I believe, with a servant or two escorting her. and she'd stay outside for hours, just watching the scene. I heard she wouldn't even paint the first brushstroke until she'd watched the scene for hours, just to fully embrace it, to understand it. I don't know if I'll ever be a painter like that, but well, I try.
Yes. Did the family sell any of her pictures?
Give me an observation check, difficulty 5.
Oh dear. Can people help me?
Sure, yes, you can help.
So
yes, shift 2
Plus
on
2.
this roll. So one person pick one person roll, and oh damn!
oh
So it's a
dear.
critical success.
Damn.
So it's only there for a moment, but there's like a moment of just like deep sadness, and then it's gone. And she says, "A couple of them, yes. Most of them remain at the house. Some of them have been donated to museums, collectors, that kind of thing. But a couple of them have been sold, yes."
Yes, Miss Alana. If you were, let's just say, to get your hands on this painting, would you finish it?
You can't be serious.
Just stares.
No, I wouldn't disrespect my sister like that. I mean, the painting it may be incomplete, but I think what it teaches all of us is that nothing is truly complete. And it doesn't mean it can't be beautiful.
Yes. It's very sad that we can't see it today. Or at least we should hope that we can.
Well, perhaps
you
one day.
Get a chance to see it? Did you get a chance to see it when she worked on it?
Well,
at the end?
Like I said, she died before I joined the family, but I have seen it, yes. Many years ago. It was in our house for several years before it was stolen.
And the police never found the responsible?
No. My father, he spent probably more than he should have in its pursuit, but never found it. It was only now, when I'd heard that it was going to be displayed here, that well, I had to see it. I had to see it again. It was her last work, you understand.
I would expect Mr. Falcon to be respectable enough to give it back to the rightful owners if it was stolen. Has he not spoken to you about it?
Well, it's common knowledge that the painting was lost. Just to say it was stolen. I mean, things don't get lost on their own. No, he had it ready to show off and to use it for his own advantage. I don't think he has any intention of returning it. More's the pity, really. The paintings, they were one of my only connections to her. I never actually met her, but we had so many of her paintings. And getting to see the world through her eyes like that, well, I might not have met her, but I knew who she was. And I just wanted to see her one more time, that's all.
Yes. If it does come up again, we'll have a talk with Falcon, see if we can sort this out.
I would be very much obliged.
Miss Alana.
Hmm?
I hear you are quite the painter yourself.
I studied my sister's technique. She was actually an excellent teacher. A lot of her paintings were unfinished, well, in various states of completion, so looking at them kind of provided a step-by-step guide.
And, so would you have been able to, maybe reproduce your sister's work?
Probably? I mean, I could probably do it better than most.
Mm-hmm.
However, without having the painting to look at, I doubt it. I mean, if you are interested in a replica, I might be able to help you, but
would it cost more than one cash?
It would. It depends.
More than one cash.
It depends upon the painting. I mean, some of her work I could replicate for you. I could have it mailed over. It'd probably cost one cash for the painting and one cash for delivery.
Bullocks. Unfortunately, I am not a dirty cop. I cannot.
That's all right. I mean, you can pay the second cash in the next adventure. Short one, that's fine.
Now, I do have to chime in. I do have one cash on me, and if you would like to agree to my terms and conditions, I'm happy to give it to you for this noble cause.
Absolutely.
Sure,
That's a deal.
I will expect 5 cash in 2 months.
I feel like,
never mind.
I feel like you should have asked what his terms were before you agreed to them.
You have already agreed, and the contract has been signed. I am sorry to announce this.
I signed nothing.
Alana shrugs.
Verbally.
She's like, "You got him, man."
Well,
That's just watching this. Like, this is her favorite show, and TV hadn't even been invented.
You have anything more for Alana?
I don't
When
think
we find
so.
the painting, you'll be able to confirm that it's the real deal, yes?
I believe so. Yes, I should be able to.
that's if she didn't replicate it herself. He says in the back of his head,
but not out loud.
but not out loud.
I do have one curiosity that I need to. Did you ever feel overshadowed by your deceased sister?
Let me ask you a question. Have you heard the name Yvonne Rosanel? Hello?
As of today, yes.
Well, have you ever heard the name Alana Rosanel?
As of today, yes.
Perhaps you're the wrong people to ask. Well,
Perhaps.
I'm not the artist she was. Would I like to be one day? Perhaps. But do I live in her shadow? I don't know if I can answer that. I mean, If you are to ask my father, then yes. But I don't have the same impact in the artistic space that she had. And perhaps this will change one day, but so far I'm happy with where I'm at.
Yes, we don't all have to be master painters. In terms of rabbit catching, she's living in your shadow.
She laughs at that. Well, thank you.
I am so sorry for this. I am back.
It's all right. Welcome back. I don't know if you missed much, but basically she said she technically, she's kind of living in her sister's shadow because her sister has a pretty big presence in the art world and she doesn't. But she doesn't mind that, or at least claims not to.
Okay. Yes, it was just a curiosity.
She did mention that her father might think differently, but...
But his father is not here on the board, so he's not a suspect.
Yeah, her father is not a person of interest in this case. That doesn't mean he's not relevant, but, whatever.
I was going to say, we can go to Austria and interrogate him later.
Yeah, you can just, bash your way through the English Channel. That'll be fine.
Just follow the inspector, it'll be fine.
Indeed. All right. So, is there anything else you'd like to ask her?
I don't think so.
All right.
Anyone else?
I should rejoin Ambassador Isla. Yeah. I mean, you didn't ask. I'm not going to give any hints. That's what powers are for.
So, just one more question. Do you still have your hunting whistle on you?
My hunting whistle? Oh, I should have given that back, shouldn't I?
She still has it. Interesting. Okay. All right.
I guess I should give it back. Thank you for reminding me.
I could give it back for you. I plan on seeing Mr. Falcon post haste.
If you want. I mean, I should apologize to him myself, shouldn't I?
I don't think he would mind at all.
Oh, all right. And if he comes after me, I'll just tell him you have it.
Of course.
All right.
Of course.
Entirely reasonable.
So she hands you a whistle. It's like a brass whistle. Looks... Well, I don't know how it looks. Maybe you should make an observation check, difficulty 5.
Oh dear. What?
Oh dear.
This is... And is this something I specifically have to do? Or
oh dear.
That somebody...
Oh, it's... yes. Inspector Jack, unfortunately, is not the most observant. Okay, so you can make it, or someone else can make it at a higher difficulty.
Difficulty 6?
Yes.
All right. That's it.
So let's map this a little bit, gentlemen. Okay, so
because you're the one who has it.
So it's a 40% chance that I get any result at all. Do I get the benefit of help?
Yeah. Anyone who rolls will be able to get help.
Okay, so then I roll it. I have a maximum success rate of 1.
Actually, I wonder.
But I get a plus.
No, actually, no. You can't help each other because this is like just spotting it. This is like noticing it without thorough inspection.
Okay.
So if you're each poring over it, going, that's one thing. And now that I've pointed it out as maybe important, who knows? Maybe that's what you do. But
if somebody else does it,
if it's
that
just
would
like
be
that's interesting, then no, you can't help.
So it'd be 3. It'd be 3 different attempts, at difficulty 6, which would be a 1 out of 6.
Yeah, that's an interesting rules question, actually. Which is like, if there's just something that's like, hey, this is something you could notice, versus this is something we are all actively looking for. How does that work in terms of multiple checks? So I'm going to say at this point, just like each of you roll, and Chax has an easy time of it. He's got difficulty 5, everyone else has difficulty 6. And if anyone picks something up, good for them. So, looks like Scott got one?
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay.
I'm a man of science.
You're a man of science.
Science!
Right. So, as a man of
He's
science,
arrested.
and he's very well rested, you notice?
Oh, no, this probably doesn't. No, it all doesn't apply here, right?
No.
Even if it does, it doesn't matter.
No, it doesn't. But also, it doesn't matter.
No, we're not pouring over it. It's
Yeah.
almost like a...
Yeah, know-it-all is like... So it's not as useful in a cozy setting, sadly, because there's not that many like systems and things. But know-it-all is good for like guard patrols. You'd be able to know like how the greenhouse works and stuff like that.
Yes.
I am
do need to
also
get those.
going... Actually, no, I don't think I need to. Never
Yeah.
mind. I was gonna put... Could I throw a grit towards having Mr. Scott roll an additional success?
You can't spend grit on other people's checks.
Ah, gotcha.
Right.
Okay. So then there's no point.
Yeah,
in me-
incidentally, with the know-it-all exploit, I'd need to revise the exploits, like I revised the momentum powers, and that will... Because there's so much overlap between that and well read, I should figure that out. I should sort that out. In this case, though, that power is not useful in this regard. Sorry.
Yeah, no problem.
But you do get a partial
Even if
success.
it was-
So let me tell you what you find.
Yeah.
You notice, and you only notice this like after the fact, that she hands the whistle to the inspector, and he pockets it. It was the inspector he was handing it to, right? She was handing it to?
Yeah. Yep.
Okay. You notice that it left a bit of a dirty mark on his hand.
A dirt mark that was not caused by the hedges.
Yes. So
Yeah, Chax.
that's why it was difficulty 6, right? Because there's so many dirt marks already.
Yeah, Chax. Let me see your hand real quick.
Yeah, I present my hands, both of them.
I grab the one that is important.
Okay.
And slap away the other.
Wow.
And I just hold his other hand.
Okay, I'm going to sucker punch him now.
Jesus.
That's a joke.
But
I mean,
it's
my
not.
defenses are down.
Yep, definitely down. All right, so you look at his hand, and it looks like, yeah, it's just, there's like sediment? Some mud or something? Yeah, you look at the whistle closer. I mean, Alana's left by this point. And yeah, it looks like it's a little dirty. It looks like there's a bit of mud and stuff on it.
See these gentlemen? The whistle is dirty. This is obviously a clue to I don't know what.
I'm a man of science.
But I don't have all the answers.
Science can't solve everything.
Yes.
What are you going to do with that bell, Shax?
What's that?
What are you going to do with the bell?
Well, I will return it eventually. But,
You mean
Oh, the whistle. Bells and whistles.
bells and whistles. Yes, I question, I think there might be something to this.
Yes. I do think so as well.
Because Mr. Elroy, mentioned in passing during my conversation with him that,
I think isn't this a good moment to use Eureka?
It might be. All right. So, Eureka is someone makes an offhand comment, or you notice an innocuous detail that provides a connection, right?
Yes.
Okay.
Right.
Oh.
Interesting. Okay, so... Okay, now I'm confused. Hold on, let me read this. Eureka. We're gonna provides a new connection. So I should probably put in here what it provides a connection to, because now as a GM, I'm like, well, what do I do? Where do I start from? Is there anything you're particularly interested in getting a connection to?
To be fair, I just care about the whistle.
Oh, you're interested in the whistle.
And
Yeah.
And how it's connected to
anything.
You want to find a connection between
dirty?
Yeah, okay. So you want to find a connection between the whistle and something else. All right, cool.
I'm a man of the moment.
Okay. So
and a bit of science. You are a man of the science and moments.
yeah. So the innocuous detail being the whistle. You realize that in order for the whistle to have gotten dirty, it must have fallen. Like, it must have fallen out of a pocket, or she must have fallen over in the forest. And you remember them saying that she felt very at home in the woods.
She what?
She felt very comfortable and at home in the woods, and yet for the whistle to be dirty means that she must have had a pretty bad fall at one point.
Yes. This is interesting.
Mm-hmm. So yes, that's the connection you draw between the whistle and the events.
I share this information, this conclusion, after shouting at the top of my lungs, Eureka!
Perfect.
I'm assuming that we get more strange looks.
Well, you're upstairs at this point, so slightly less.
Yeah. The ambassador just looks up. Oh. She just more reason not to trust this Falcon boy.
Yeah, I think you've progressed beyond her even paying attention to you. So we'll see how it goes. All right. Incidentally, what powers do the other guys have?
I've got the piercing eye power.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, that one uses insight to see if someone's hiding something from you.
Mm-hmm.
Always handy. But what is your power is cold read. So discover details about someone's life, profession, and recent activities.
I've got sucker punch.
Yep, we remember you have sucker punch. Definitely so. Yeah. Travis has Eureka, and Madam Green has rumor mill. Discover a secret about a topic.
Discover a secret. So, if there's anything at all we need to know.
Yeah, so you pick a topic, which can either be like an event or a person, or just a thing, and discover a secret about it. So you're just like, oh, wait a minute, I've heard. So yeah, remember you have those powers, and also remember you still have your contacts. Especially Beth, who has 2 contacts of any type. So yeah, you've spoken to all the people now, but you still have your own resources to draw upon.
We haven't spoken to Monroe yet.
You haven't spoken to Monroe yet.
Monroe is a troublemaker.
Yeah, he's still walking around hassling people. You think he might be out in the garden at this point? You don't know.
Yeah, why is he so invested in this?
Did Falcon perhaps share this information with Monroe as well?
Was that a question for me?
He should have told.
I imagine it was for the group.
I'm wondering. Oh, yeah, the group.
Well, I mean, so Monroe also saw the painting was missing.
Right.
I mean, everyone did.
Just, share the thing about Alana's whistle being dirty, so clearly she must have dropped it. Watch us accidentally start a war between England and Austria.
That is the way this is going, isn't it? First, they came for our hedges. Then...
So I take a look at this whistle.
Uh-huh.
Is there something on there that would like help prevent like just somebody clumsy dropping it?
No.
No.
Like it's just a simple brass whistle you keep in your pocket, you hold it in your hand, you blow into it. I mean, you probably want to clean it before you blow into it.
Right.
I mean, I would.
I don't think I want to clean it yet, though.
Okay, so what would you like to do next? You also have insight that you can use to get hunches, and that's like, oh, that's interesting. So if you're ever not sure where to look, hunches are great. Momentum powers are also great. And if you have an idea of maybe you know where to look or who you want to look into, but don't know how, guess what? Contacts are experts on any topic.
I have already spent the majority of my resources.
You have spent your contact very fruitfully.
Yes, indeed.
So someone else had a question? Brothgar, I think?
Oh, no, I just have to check my contact types.
Have I disconnected?
Don't think so.
I still hear you.
Yeah. Same.
Mm-hmm. Interesting. It might be, I guess.
Is everybody else alive?
Yes.
As far as I know.
I mean, what is being alive, really?
Well, I mean, I died back in 1962, but...
Well, as long as your ghost is still on chat, then...
Fair enough.
Yeah.
Hey, I'm back.
Hello.
Sorry, you know how I said sometimes even speech cuts out? Yeah,
Yes.
Internet went boom.
I guess
But it's
that
back now. So, what are your plans?
Contacts. Legal, specialist, or underworld contact.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, hey! Whoa! Whoa, whoa.
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 Whoa, 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 whoa.
I'm going to search my underworld contacts.
Oh, look for some painting thieves.
That's exactly what I'm looking for.
Interesting. All right.
Particularly some Austrian painting thieves.
Okay.
Now I need an Austrian name.
Sorry, I just had to do something real quick. Yes, you do need an Austrian name. We can definitely make one. And they would need to be at this party, but that's fine. Everyone's invited.
I met him. Well, obviously he was looking to steal some other pieces.
from Mr. Falcon.
Obviously. So maybe they're not just... I guess there's someone who deals in stolen art rather than literally being an art thief. Makes more sense for them being here.
Yeah, definitely. Fair enough.
Offense, yeah.
Oh, he could be under a false identity.
Yes, he could also be here under a false identity. Okay, cool. So Austrian name. We want an Austrian gentleman?
Yeah.
Let's do it.
Johannes.
Austrian name, go! Oh, male, please. Go! How is... Oh, wow, these are... Ooh. How's Ulrich Lucian?
Ulrich Lucian. Yeah.
Or
let's go with Ulrich.
Ulrich Lucian. Luschin. Wow, what a name. All right. Oh, there's another one here. Oh, wow, it's a mouthful. Erhanhard Schroesser. I don't know if these are real names. Anyway, so Alaric, your good friend Alaric. Tell me a little bit about him.
So, Alaric is a guy I know from the city part of town. He deals in, let's just say, high class crimes.
Oh yeah,
so
absolutely.
Not something a regular Bobby would really concern himself with. I let him go, and for he's kind of like my pigeon.
Yeah.
So I let him do his side business. You know, it's fine. And then he gives me information on dirtier sorts.
Yeah, okay. And he rubs shoulders with all the people who want to buy stolen art because everyone has to get it somewhere.
Oh, absolutely.
Yeah. He gives a discounted price. He gives the fell off the back of a truck price.
Exactly.
Fell off the back of a horse carriage price. All right. So you find Alaric schmoozing with the locals. He's dressed up to the nines. And he's got a bottle in one hand and a glass in the other. And he's kind of talking people's ear off about a particular piece, which he thinks is just look, it's obviously fake. Look how fake it is. See those brush strokes? Ugh. And he sees you approach, which causes him to falter a little bit before he just pastes this big old grin on his face. He's like, Constable, so good of you to join us.
Oh, Ulrich, my old boy. How's business these days?
Oh, booming. Always.
Would you mind, meeting me,
I would love to take a walk through the hedge maze with you. I thought you would never ask.
I have already been through the maze once today, but we can, go to the garden.
Of course. Please excuse me. Yeah, he leaves behind his adoring fans and joins you outside. So, I take it this is, of course, a social call, Inspector.
Of course. I just would want to chat with my my good friend.
Of course. I'm always happy to chat. I assume this chat has something to do with that empty frame upstairs.
Oh. You look through me way too well, sir. You can look through me like a glass.
It is my business sometimes,
Yes. I am looking for some information. Starting with stolen Austrian art.
Oh. You mean like that painting up there?
Yes. Just like that.
Well, I had my eye on it, It was up at auction recently. One of those quiet auctions that you don't hear about in the papers.
Would you know if our gracious host
be more of a buyer or a facilitator like yourself?
Oh, definitely a buyer. Please. Lord Walls couldn't find his own maze without help.
Yes. So,
I hear his
folks
butler
that,
went missing?
well, we found him.
That's good.
We found him. He's doing fine. Fine, yes.
I see. But yes, more about this painting. It's been moving back and forth, I've kept my eye on it like many valuable and rare pieces. It's gone. It was in France at one point, Italy, went back to Germany. It was even Austria for a time, right under Manfred's nose. And then it made its way to England, where it finally found a buyer.
So, what would cause such a stunning piece like this? I'm assuming it's stunning. So everybody talking about it. Would cause this to bounce all around? Wouldn't a buyer be easily found in wherever it was looked for?
Oh, you'd think so, but clearly you do not know the stories.
And which stories would that be?
My good constable, the painting is cursed.
Cursed, you say?
Yes. They say that the spirit of Yvonne Rosenel still haunts it, hiding behind that empty hill. They say that any house that holds it will suffer great misfortune at her hands.
Well, I mean, if
It's all poppycock, I know. But it's enough to drive away buyers.
I mean, this Mr. Falcon had it hanging in his house, and it's already been stolen, and
Perhaps there is.
his hedge maze got destroyed. I mean,
Perhaps. Oh, I see. I wonder how that happened. But
no idea.
it seems no. The curse is one thing, but also the piece was high enough profile that it was hard to be seen with it, and with all the people Manfred had out looking for it, it was hard to, sell it in any official capacity. It was only now that the heat has died down a little on it that it was able to resurface.
Who was Manfred?
Manfred was Yvonne's father.
Oh, okay. Mm-hmm.
But yes, once the wolves stopped sniffing around for it, well, it became a viable sale.
I see.
I mean, there has been quite a lot of interest in it for years, but sometimes these things take time. It's like a good wine. You have to let a stolen painting age.
Very good, very good. Is there anything else I should be asking?
Oh. I mean, he's already cleared that it would be hard defense. Especially since the heat's back on now.
Well, I mean, yeah, super back on right now. Well, just because it's hard defense doesn't... So you mentioned that to him. He says, just because it's hard defense doesn't mean it doesn't have value. I mean, the thief is not the one who sells it to the buyer. The thief sells it to, well, the fence, as you put it. They get a cut of they get a decent price for it, and then years down the track, the fence turns around and sells it to someone willing to pay for it. It's an investment. The thief doesn't get the full sum, of course, unless they were to hide it themselves for however many years. But decent day's work.
And if you were I mean, you've had a good...
If, hypothetically, I were an enterprising art thief. Hypothetically.
Yes. If you were such a thing. I know you're not, of course.
That's what... Perish the thought.
Perish the thought, yes. Where would you hide a painting? Because, I mean, there's got to be place
because you would want to bury it, of course.
Oh,
If
of course
you buried
not.
it would.
No. The first thing to do, especially with a painting that is as old as this one, is to protect it. It needs to be wrapped, it needs to be stored. The second thing to do is to keep it somewhere no one would look for it. Somewhere out of sight. Or in plain sight if you can manage it. And lastly, you need to put it somewhere you can get it later. Either you put it near something that's going to leave the estate anyway, or you put it somewhere you can securely get access to it later. Hypothetically, of course.
Of course. Anybody have anything else?
I'm kind of stuck on the idea of the painting now just being in the garden shed. It's completely
It was just literally under the butler.
I did find this rather large piece, which we laid down for.
Oh.
Maybe we should ask Falcon Walls if he frequently allows someone to come in the premise.
You can.
That might be a decent thing. If
All right.
they are thinking of procuring it later.
Okay. So you want to go talk to Walls?
I have one more question for my contact.
Please.
Yes. Good sir. Can you tell me, of the times that this is came up, have you heard of anybody potentially wanting to buy it? I mean, at the same time as Mr. Walls, or prior to Mr. Walls?
Well, from what I understand, the auction itself was fairly heated. There were several buyers, but I was not there myself. Still, Lord Walls,
Any
the person who came away with
any of them happen to be here today?
I'm afraid I do not know that. I know that the auctioneer who ran the event was one Stuart Timberley. He'll be able to tell you who was there, but I doubt he is here today. Doesn't run in these circles.
Fortunate. Yes. Well, thank you, and enjoy the party. You've been invaluable.
Of course. It's possible that someone else... It's possible someone else at the auction was here. Someone who was at the auction is here today.
Mayhaps.
Perhaps they might have seen something.
All right. So... Oh, wait. So... The easiest person to ask this question to would be Falcon himself.
Uh-huh.
He was easily at the auction.
He was at the auction.
So...
He was very much at the auction.
Yeah, that would probably be where I would want to go to next, unless you guys have something else in mind.
I think Falcon's person to talk right now.
I don't.
All right.
Nothing?
Then,
okay, cool.
Well,
Off to Falcon.
Yeah.
Okay, so...
I may split up
Oh.
because I wanna find the place with the windows.
Cool. Okay. So, so most of you will go talk to Falcon. So, incidentally, Yeah, there's a rules thing right now, which is like technically, so the contact is something you do on your own, but it doesn't trigger a strikeout check. I should clarify that in the rules. So going to see Falcon would be Beth and Travis, since you're talking to your contact.
Oh,
and
right.
then Madam Green can look at windows. But
Sure,
because
yes.
information sharing is perfect, whatever, it's fine. So, yeah, Jax,
We all have earpieces that haven't been invented
yeah,
yet.
so Jax, you have a drink with your contact and then rejoin them later. Or you share the information with them, then go ahead and have a drink with your contact.
Yeah.
So, let's start with Beth / Travis / Falcon. So you find him. He's sweating. He's having a hard night. He's just trying to convince everyone, no, it's fine. Everything's okay. As the mansion crumbles around him, he's already lost the thing he was trying to get, and it's just he's this close to just kicking everyone out of his house and just calling it a night. One might say
running away
just
forever.
4 spaces off it.
So, Falcon,
Yes.
pull yourself together. Now,
Do you just hit me?
we have... Yes.
Christ, I felt that. Oh, what is it then?
That was the point. Now, we have a couple of questions, because we might have some leads.
What?
Beth, would you
Ooh, well,
like
do
to?
tell. Go on. What is it?
The hold up, I need to compose myself. You just walk up and hit the guy who already doesn't like us very much.
He has no reason to not like me,
It's fine.
except I hit him.
Except you hit him.
Except for the fact that you hit him. But, who hasn't, really?
At least I'm not gossiping about him.
He's
This
Beth just
nincompoop.
shrugs and sucker punches.
I'm still waiting for that Sucker Punch target. It's a great one to pick for a cozy. It's just so good to pick for a cozy.
Just when is this gonna land?
It's this ticking time bomb. You're just waiting for it. All right, so Beth, what would you like to ask Falcon? So he was at the auction, and it's possible someone else was there?
Yes. Needed to know if you recognized anyone here tonight from the auction where you bought the painting.
The auction? You mean the person who stole it might have been at the auction?
Well, that would make some sense.
Oh,
If you can't get it...
good thinking. I wonder.
We are known for being smart, yes.
Yes. So he's going to make an observation check to see if he noticed someone.
Does he not remember? Oh, the thing, yeah.
No.
Well, short answer, no. And it's going to be a pretty hard one, and he's not very observant. But we'll see how it goes.
Did my slap help him?
Unfortunately, a slap did not help him. And sadly, actually, technically he did see someone, because the difficulty should have only been 5. No.
Indeed.
No, I think it was 6, actually. Yeah, no, he didn't see anyone.
Oh.
Oh, man, there are dozens of people there. A bit here, a bit there. Everyone with the bloody suits on. Men and women both. Plenty of people. Could have been anyone. I'm sure some people at the auction are here today. However, who of them Anyone's guess.
When was said auction, by the way?
Where was it? Oh,
What?
it was down in Tembley,
When and
of
where,
course.
yes.
Tembley Square. I don't know if that's a real place, but it is now.
Why not? And at what time and what date was this?
Excellent question. Let me consult my timeline. Gold brain. Oops. Timeline. It was 2 months ago. About 8 weeks, yes. I bought it then at the auction. It was delivered to my house soon after. And then I kept it in storage until I put it up this morning, put the big old top over top of it, made sure everything was ready, and then bloody thing disappeared on me.
Two months ago. All right. Now, we have another question. Do you, from the guests that are here today, and that you hunted with actually, do you allow any of them to go and come and go as they wish?
Come and go as they wish.
Not as they wish.
What do you mean?
Are some of them like? Do you spend more time with some of them?
I spent the bulk of the time with Lynn. Fat lot of good that did, though.
Yes, indeed. Lynn. So none of the others?
Well, Elroy, he comes and goes on occasion. I've had him here a few times. Madison and Marsh, they're here bloody whenever anything is happening. Anything happens in the neighborhood, look, there's the Longhursts. Monroe, well, he's an old friend of mine. Definitely, he's free to pop by whenever he wants. Cassidy and Clover,
Good.
them, they're inseparable, those two. Bring one, gotta bring the other. Irvin and Lana, never met them before now. They came in with their own friends, Irvin came with Elroy, Lana came with Lynn, and of course I wasn't about to turn either of them down. Besides, proved good enough hunters on their own right. Even Lana. Clever girl.
Yeah. Yes. Do you think any of them would consider you a close friend where they could come in unannounced, for example?
Well, only one like that is Monroe.
Monroe. Okay.
Anyone else?
Yes, he's a military man, of course.
There's propriety to consider. You can't just turn up at someone's house unannounced. Unless you're Monroe.
Okay, that's good to know. Right, sister. Not really. Beth, do you have
any of those were here in the meantime? Well, Cassidy showed up once or twice. Between then and now. And Clover with her once, maybe. You don't think they did it?
I am not excluding anyone just yet.
Now that you mention it, whoever it was must have known that I had the painting, right?
Were you trying to be very hush-hush about it, or...?
No, I was being sly as a fox, I was. Don't you remember my invitation?
Sly as an nincompoop.
What? Who called me that?
What? It's just a very, very old term in the scientific circles.
I'm no nincompoop, I have you know.
Highly scientific.
Very scientific.
Highly scientific.
No.
Yes, it's just the same, as I said.
No, you're right. Whoever... Well, not about the nincompoop thing. No. But whoever stole it must have known I had it. Otherwise...
Yes, and they must have known that it was a painting.
So it was either someone who knew I had
from
it,
the auction,
or who saw it here.
Probably someone from the auction, or did you actually tell anyone?
No, not at all. It was a surprise.
Alright, so it was someone from the auction.
Must have been. I mean, my staff knew about it, of course. They wouldn't have brought the bloody thing in.
Okay, so we should consider Charlie as a prime suspect as well.
What? The man was clocked in the head.
What?
You think he clocked himself in the bloody head?
Mr. Falcon, I would like you to remember you are not the one that is an expert at crime solving.
I'm starting to wonder about that.
Well,
aren't we all?
shh.
Easy now.
No one needs to know.
All right.
Yes. Indeed.
So,
By the way, have you seen Stuart? The one that
Stuart
was the auctioneer.
The auctioneer?
Yes.
Why would I?
Supposedly he was invited this evening.
What? No, he wasn't invited. He's an auctioneer, damn it. Why would I invite an auctioneer?
Interesting. I must have misheard them.
Yes, Mike quite specifically said he wasn't here.
Damn it.
Ooh, there's a whole bit underneath with like possible motives and means.
Thank you. You were very... No, I can't actually say that you were very useful, but you were useful.
Well, I'll try harder next time.
Actually,
and I suggest you do too.
Yes, you should try. Oh, sorry. Beth, dear, did you have any questions before we parted ways with the man, gentleman?
Thinking about it.
So, can somebody quickly recap what we learned here? I might have phased out for a minute.
The main thing is that he got it 8 weeks ago at an auction. He doesn't remember anyone else being there, or if he doesn't remember who was there. No easy win there, unfortunately, because he rolled like crap. Well, no, it was a hard roll. Anyway, so he didn't tell anyone he had it. He kept it a secret. He had it in storage, and he brought it out today to put it up. And it was there today to be put up. So whoever took it had to have known it was there.
Right. Okay.
All right, so you guys think if there's anything else you want to ask him while we flip over to Madam Green, who is exploring the east wing of the mansion. So initially the servants tried to keep you out of there because it's like, oh, can't you see the rope? You can't go past a rope.
It's velvet.
Yeah.
It's impenetrable.
I know, you just brushed your way past them because like, no, I'm investigating and shit.
Yeah.
And so, you make your way to the windows on the east side facing the garden. What do you do? The walls are lined with, well, very little. A lot of the paintings and decorations have been moved to the foyer to make it look grander. But, it's sturdy enough construction. The materials are good. It's got nice paint upon the walls. The windows themselves are quite ornate.
What kind of a room is this?
Oh, you're walking down. You're going like the corridor on the east side of the. Yeah, there's a corridor basically.
Okay, so it's
not... goes around the edge of the building. So like the inside is towards rooms and the outside is just to the garden. So you can like walk along the corridor and just look out at nature. And it's like, oh, so lovely.
So it's not a specific room that's closest to the maze, it's the corridor itself.
That's
right. Okay. Can I see if any of these windows can be opened?
Oh, yeah, absolutely. So you go up to one and you like give it a bit of a jostle and it slides open.
And it looks like a person could climb in and out of it.
Oh, easy. I mean, it's a bit off the ground. You have to get over the hedge, but you could do it.
Yeah, I'm not sure really what I'm looking at, because I thought this was going to be a room that people could sit in and maybe have like a couple of witnesses.
But I'm going to do like this. I'm going to spend an insight to get a hunch, because I don't know if there's anything useful here.
Okay, cool. So it occurs to you that if someone came in from the forest, there's probably going to be some crap on their shoes.
Yeah. Do I see any crap if I look down?
Give me an observation check. Difficulty 4.
4?
I'm tossing between 4 and 3. Regardless, you've got it either way. It's either a success or a critical success.
Yes.
So you do indeed find a trace, and you're lucky because while the servants have done everything they can to make sure the foyer is spotless, they just put up the tape. Like they put the rope up to keep people out of here, so they haven't fully cleaned it. And indeed, on the carpet, you see some thorns and burrs and bits of dirt trailing from one of the windows.
I take a sniff and see if I smell anything.
You smell dirt.
It's not literal crap.
An old lady kneeling
You
down.
also smell some dust and some carpet.
Well, I was seeing if there's like a bunch of tight.
Yeah, no. You don't smell a whole bunch of flour action. But it was a good thought.
Okay, so someone did sneak in or out. Well, at least in, because it's dirty.
Mm-hmm.
And there are just bits and pieces, not full-on footprints, right?
Yeah, the bits and pieces.
Right.
It's a carpet, so it doesn't hold footprints very well.
Can you tell if the burrs look like they came from the hedge maze?
Oh, man, if only she was a horticulturalist. So
she's probably still here.
So you can look at the plant matter and make an education check on it. Difficulty 5 to see where it would have come from. Nothing doing, man.
Dirt.
You find some plant matter.
Tell between dirt and dirt.
Yeah. You find some plants.
Yep, that's leaves.
Definitely leaves and some spikes. And you think that's like an acorn? Who knows? But you do have the sample. You don't know what it is, but you got it.
Yes. Can I do something else? I mean, this is not a proper action. This is just exploration.
Yeah. So you don't have any special action you can really do here. You can stake out the corridor. I don't know how useful that'll be. Ask around, dig deep, or interrogate are your main moves for finding out more information. But yeah, so you've looked around the corridor and you've found something. There isn't a lot more you can do here unless you have a specific question you want to ask. That said, you haven't come away empty-handed.
That's true. But I can still take a proper action, or not?
How do you mean?
You mentioned ask around.
Oh, right.
The whole of my scene.
Yeah. So the way I've kind of softened how those work, instead of it's a full scene, now it just says, well, it takes a long time. So you can kind of do it at the start or at the end of a scene. So either it's you do it at the start to find out a thing, and then it's I'll act upon that information, and that's the scene. Or you do a bunch of stuff to get access to the thing you want to dig deep into or something, and then you dig deep into it, and that's the end of the scene. So it's kind of like bookends. So it usually acts as the start or the end of a scene. That said, yeah, if you want to if you want to ask around with the staff to see if they noticed anything around here.
Yes, I'm going to try and look for proper evidence of someone coming through here or something related to this corridor.
Mm-hmm. Okay. Difficulty 4, please. Observation.
Oh, no.
Wow. No luck. Zero love.
The servants hate
They
me.
do. Yeah, you're badging them before, and they remember you, and it's like, come on, man, I got a job to do. So yeah, unfortunately, they don't have anything for you.
Well, I got some dirt out of it.
You did get some dirt. You did dig up some dirt, and that's what this game is all about.
So,
So yeah, flip back to Falcon. It was Falcon you were talking to, right?
Yeah.
Anything more for him?
How did you find out about the painting? That it was going to be at this auction?
Oh, well, quite by luck, I imagine. No, they told people, you know. They told people that this rare painting was going to be on sale. And I was like, he doesn't say like. And I thought, oh, well, I need something to impress the ambassador. Perhaps there'll be something here. And then they unveiled it and told me about its history, and I was like, he doesn't say like. And I thought, what fortune! And then I bought it on the spot. But no, quite a few people there, they told people it was happening. It's not the best auction house, but it's reputable enough. Didn't recognize that many people there, but, not my usual crowd. You know how it is. But arts and fops and whatnot.
Yeah. Okay.
So, I wonder if quick rules question first. If after you've established your contact, can you go back to the same contact?
Absolutely. Once you establish contact, they are a permanent part of the world. And what that means is A, you can go back to them. It's totally fine. But B, you can't declare another contact.
Until you level up.
Yeah, until you level up. Then you can buy new contacts and have, my own network.
So, I wonder if the dirt on the whistle matches the dirt found in the room.
That seems like something a horticulturist could help you with.
Might not be a terrible idea. And I was looking forward to continuing the previous assignment.
As you do.
If that seems to be the plan, then I would like to check out on my own.
Nice.
And track Alana.
Oh, you're gonna tail Alana?
Yeah.
Interesting. Okay.
That's a terrible idea.
All right, cool. So yes?
I think I want to go bother Elroy again.
Cool, sounds good. Okay, so give me a strike out alone check.
Okay. So that's just
that's just one. So give me difficulty 4.
Difficulty 4. Okay.
Well,
that's not great.
I'm just gonna throw a little X here.
So I'll also need to do one of those?
No, you can only split into 2 groups.
Okay.
Because otherwise it's like, hey, everyone's split up and suddenly the villain's agenda doesn't matter. Incidentally, I'm just going to put a little X on our agenda. I think there might be another one there that I missed, but who cares? Alright, so...
I think there is, because we've been standing on 3 for quite a while.
Yeah, I'm just going to throw an extra one in. Anyway, so I'm going to start...
Just to make it interesting.
I'm going to start with our good friend, Commissioner Chax. You start moving through the foyer, and you're just tailing Alana, and you're just following her, seeing what she's up to. And
so, and I have to make that I still make that agility roll, right?
give me a minute.
Oh, sorry.
So, yeah, she is basically just going with Lynn as far as you can tell. And at one point, they leave the house to go for a walk in the garden, or so you assume. And you go to exit the door after them when a meaty hand just like shuts the door in your face. And you look up at the stern expression of one Monroe Jackson. You and me got some talking to do, lad. And then why don't we go talk to Elroy? So, Elroy, you find him again, and he's just like kind of given up. He's succumbed to his mustachioed friend, and is just like, well, this is the person I'm spending the night with, I guess. He kind of brightens up at your approach. He says, "Oh, hello. It's good to see you again. How can I help you? What's been going on? How goes the search?"
Oh. Better than we could have hoped.
Oh, wonderful. Have you found it?
Not yet.
Oh.
But I think we might have a good idea of who done it.
Oh, but don't keep it to yourself. Come on, tell me.
Not just yet. We have to feed into the drama of it, you know.
Bloody.
Tell everyone at once. Have the big outburst. I do need to check on a couple of things with you.
Guy.
Oh, always.
I always keep you waiting.
Always.
Never want to just give you a straight answer. All right.
Well, where's the fun in a straight answer?
His moustache twitches.
Exactly. His mustache twitches so hard.
I know, right? It's crazy. Okay, so,
I needed to know something from you, though.
No? Yes, of course.
Tell me about the cultural attaché position.
Oh.
That our friend Falcon is up for.
Oh, he is he? Oh. Now it makes sense. Yes, the attaché position. Well, you know, the Austrian embassy, they're building the embassy, right? They're trying to staff it, they're trying to decorate it, they're trying to, you know, make it a force within London. And the Austrian delegates, they're becoming full on ambassadors now. And they need British people on our side to help them with that. And so they've been broadcasting for a couple of different positions, you know, liaisons, ambassadors, that kind of thing, and also a cultural attaché, which quite a few people have had their eye on. Because, let me ask you a question. What does a cultural attaché do?
I would rather assume that they keep the diplomats informed on the British people. What's going on in our lives?
Well, more or less, yes. But the answer I was going for was nothing. All you have to do is just feed them some drivel, and then everything's fine. You get a title, you get a ransom as a reward, and as a bonus, you get your parents off your back.
So that would lead me to believe that you would also be interested in this position.
Oh, very much so. Yes, I was talking to Lynn earlier about it, you know, trying to warm her up for me for the position, and she seemed very receptive. The mustachio guy just like shakes his head slowly. But you know, it's a fierce competition. Everyone wants that spot.
Oh, absolutely.
And now they mention it, if Falcon wants it, well, I bet that's why he bought that bloody painting in the first place. That's why he had this whole soiree. Huh. I think it hasn't gone very well for him, has it?
Wouldn't seem so.
Well, I mean, I feel for the man, but his loss, my gain, that kind of thing.
Well, and I imagine that whoever finds the painting would get a tremendous degree of good grace with the ambassador.
Whoever finds the painting. Oh, now there's a thought. I'm also pretty sure he had a different voice, but that's okay.
Oh well.
Yeah, I remember him sounding a bit more wimpy.
He was more wimpy. All right, I'm going to dial the wimp up a little bit. Oh, yeah. Ugh, that's too wimpy. All right. No, yeah. Hey, so if you... Well, no. It's Falcon's painting. It should go back to him. Right?
Right.
Technically.
Yeah, no. It's fine.
And
I mean, yes, having the painting would, it'll make you look good, right? But no, it's his painting. He bought it. It's his, right? It should go back to him. I mean, whoever stole it, I'm sure they've made their point. If they were just trying to make him look bad for this position, job's done.
Indeed. But imagine whoever found it, instead of giving it back to Falcon, painting went missing, things don't go missing on their own, returned it to Austria instead.
Whew. Oh, they'd like that. They would like that.
Oh, quite a bit. Quite a bit.
You think whoever took it wants the position? They're just going to hand it over?
It would certainly sweeten the pot to get the job, wouldn't it?
Oh, why didn't I think of that? Well, not that I would do that.
So, while we're talking, I want to use cold read on this guy.
Yeah, right. Okay, so cold read says discover details about someone's life, profession, and recent activities. Okay. So you look at him up and down. You give him the old stink eye, and you realize with a sinking certainty that this man has never done a day's work in his life. You look at his soft face and his soft hands, and furthermore,
and his and his just far too clean shoes.
Oh yeah, also clean shoes. He went for a walk through the garden with the carefully tended lawns, etc., and the cobblestone paths. His shoes are clean. He didn't go for a walk in the forest at all. And furthermore, his hands are not scuffed in the least, as what might happen if one were to say, I don't know, pull themselves up through a window.
Bang a butler's face in with a shovel.
Yes, or smack a butler with a shovel. Yes, these are hands of a man who has never done a day's work in his life.
Brilliant.
Mm-hmm.
So, that noted, Beth is going to keep up the conversation until she can safely exit it without insulting this guy.
It's not hard.
It's not hard. Walrus guy looks mildly disappointed.
Uh-huh. No, Walrus guy, he takes it in stride. He knows how these things work.
Question, who is where now?
Okay, so...
Mustard is speaking to Elroy, and...
Madam Green was looking at the corridor. Beth was speaking to Elroy. Jax was talking to a contact?
No, Chax was
on the last
tailing
right.
tailing Alana.
Tailing Alana.
Yeah, tailing Alana. And Travis was, I don't know. Oh, Travis could be talking to his contact.
Travis was, yeah.
Yes.
Okay, cool.
With the dirt and things.
So I think I think it's time to go back to Chax.